Go down this side and talk to them, go down middle and down front.
How are you doing, Dad?
as well, just going past the commentary box as we speak. Barry Bunn, who has been in with the Land Rovers this morning and is back with the tractor. So thank you for doing the excellent. How excellent. It must have been stored inside during its work. You know, it's sat outside as well. It certainly has stood the test of time very well, and of course been used as a grave digging tractor, ideal with a little back actor, and then it can be scurried away for the ceremony, and then they get them back out a little bit later. So the smaller the tractor, they can get through those graves and to the one that's required. So used to its full potential in its working life and in its retired life as well. Thank you. So something very unusual next. Now, to me, it sounds like a single cylinder, this one. Complete with its own smoke screen. This is an auto, got a bit of an information board on the front there. 44,000 now. What a beautiful turned out tractor this one is. Now this. We bought it about 3 years ago. Fully restored it last year. With the passenger box on the back of this morning, that was the 6 cylinder. This was actually the original 4-cylinder, 55 horsepower engine in there. Right, tell us a bit about this. Quite often, and I wouldn't have paid any for your car back because you don't actually have to pay. Ford 4000, and the tray on the front is the first of our series round now. This is the Cropmaster, built at Huddersfield. Okay, this is 1953 Cropmaster. Let's compare it with this. Very strange in its design for all the tractor. All the pedals that you need on this side of the tractor, not either side as it would be on a conventional tractor, and the steering wheel is slightly over this way as well. Quite a fast tractor, capable of 15 miles an hour on the road, so a nice road running tractor as well. Thank you. Now I've got the Ford 5600. Right, tell us a bit about this. The Ford 5600 on the west side. Quite a line on this one. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The first machine into the arena today is an Aveling & Porter Steamroller, manufactured in 1915. and used in days gone by for making roads. Nothing unusual in that. There were lots and lots of them all over the country, and indeed Aveling and Porter exported that type of machine all the way around the world. Aveling and Porter made something like 14,000 different types of steam machines over a long period, and this first one, called White Rose, was bought in 1964 for preservation by a group of 3 individuals, including myself, and it's been going strong ever since. The second large engine coming into the field, driven on this occasion by Patrick Tonks and steered by his wife, is actually a Fowler ploughing engine, one of 2 Fowler ploughing engines here today, both of them owned by the Clear family from Kirsten. Patrick is driving Fowler 1913 AA6 ploughing engine, number 13881. It weighs a huge 22 tons. These engines were positioned either side of the field with a big winching drum underneath, and they hold a balance plough between the 2 of them, thus increasing the agricultural content or the agricultural product considerably over a long period. Followed by another Fowler ploughing engine, this one driven by Sparky, better known to some as Gordon Hudson. This is an AA6 machine by the name of Ephraim, called after the owner for many, many years. It was actually named Ephraim after Ephraim Clear, who died in his 90s a year or 3 ago now. The next coming into the arena is an Aveling and Porter Steamroller, another Aveling and Porter Steamroller. This one was manufactured again in Rochester, quite right because it was made in Stroke. Later becoming under the ownership of the North Riding County Council, called the Squire. An unusual looking brown steamroller coming on now, owned at one time originally by the Cana Urban District Council in Derbyshire. It's called Ambition, and it's now owned by Andy Coulthard and Mark Coy. It was made in 1930, and Aveling... Oh, it's going backwards. It's just demonstrating now its party piece, if you like, in that it is a quick reverse machine. It doesn't have a large flywheel like the majority of other machines here today. It has 2 small disc tracks, and that allows it to reverse almost instantaneously, because a large steamroller, such as the Aveling and Porter just in front of it, has to have a dwell time between it going backwards and going forwards, or going forwards and going backwards. And Aveling's advanced design, which started in life in 1923, stationary, and the roller will sink into the tarmac, thus creating a small wave in the tarmac, and the motorists don't like that. The Wallace & Stevens advance roller is followed now by a nice Fowler road loco, a small Fowler road loco. This one belongs to Pat Allen from Lincolnshire. I think it may be the first time it's actually appeared at Sheffield Steam. It was built in 1931, and it was supplied to a gentleman by the name of Paul in Berkshire. It later passed on to a man whose name is associated with it time immemorial almost, Frank Hall in Worcester, who called it Bombay. It It was sold after Frank Hall's death to the present owner, Pat Allen, and it's driven today by James Allen, his son. Following on from that, in the road, this is owned by Reverend Peter Green, and it's been driven by his son Luke. It was built in 1907. Burrows operated out of Thetford in Lincolnshire. And it says on the canopy, it was owned at one time for Bluefields of Stowmarket in Suffolk. Smaller machine following on from the Black Burrell is a 1899 Fowler, a D2 type Fowler with an F registration. It worked at one time for Downing, Norwood near Barton. It's been driven today by the owner, Peter Green. I wish you stopped going backwards. It's upsetting people. Nevertheless, it is demonstrating exactly what the machine was built for in the first place. The ability to reverse very, very quickly. Peter Green's Fowler is followed now by a Marshall traction engine. I first saw that machine in about 1962-63 time when it was packed up as a steamroller in Sumter's Yard at Northampton. It was supplied originally to Gisborough Rural District Council, and over the period it has actually been converted into a traction engine form. By John D. Hutchinson from the North Riding. Alex Steele's Showman's type engine following on after the Marshall was originally a tar spraying roller owned by the Mechanical Tar Spraying and Grouting Company from Reading, Berkshire. It was one of the few genuine examples of this type still remaining. Unfortunately, it belonged at one time to a preservationist, or that's what he was called, but it clearly wasn't, because he actually remanufactured it into the format in which it's shown today. Alex lives in Scotland, but he spent a heck of a lot of time coming down south to rallies in Yorkshire and Lancashire and elsewhere in England with his machine. At this moment, travelling many hundreds of miles in pursuit of his hobby. Another Evelyn roller with an interesting history is following on. That is Malcolm Hughes' small Evelyn motor 1930 to the UK several years ago now, and it was originally a single-speed machine, but Malcolm has rejuvenated it by having a second speed put on it, which has made it much more handleable and nicer both for the driver and also for the machine itself. Another small steamroller is number 19 on my list, and that's called Toby. It belongs to Bob Siddle and his daughters, and been driven today by Bob, being assisted by the Steam Apprentice Club member, Charlie Braithwaite. In commercial use, it was all fine. Who lives now in East Riding of Yorkshire. He was a resident in North Yorkshire at one time until just recently. It's called Silver Cloud. Built in 1922. It's an Evening and Porter D-type compound roller. It worked for Kidderminster Council, performing very, very well under Simon's ownership. And followed by another borough, this one being a big steamroller. And this one owned by Malcolm Woodbine. It was new to John Ball, Lancashire, and later, at an unrecorded date, it passed to Isaac Ball and Sons at Walls. And eventually to 2 or 3 more owners to Malcolm Woodbine, who lives in North Derbyshire. We've got another navelling machine following on from that. This navelling machine is an X-roller. It was now belongs to Derek Webb Tickhill. Been driven today by Matthew Cobb. It was converted while he was in Kent, and there are some interesting photographs of it around still at Rollerford, actually in Kent. The shiny machine following on from that is James Ragnell's Garrett, Showman's Time Tractor, Showman's Tractor even. It's called Invincible. James bought it as a pile of bits, not very much of it, out of a cellar in Swapper in Norfolk. It originally belonged to Sandhurst, Norfolk, and generally for years. Bought it only just recently. It was made in 1917, supplied originally to the Ministry of Munitions. It's known in the tracking engine circles as a Fowler Russian because those 20 or more machines were actually ordered by the Russians, but because of the First World War they never got them, and they were actually purchased for gun haulage and other haulage reasons in the UK. Quite a number of them survive. This one, I believe, perhaps was once upon a time with Coles Sleaford. I first saw it in the early 1960s, at which time it belonged to Jim Massey of Harlington near Doncaster. Following on behind is another of John Selby's machines, which is actually Fowler Roller. It's been driven by Neil Smith and his son Joe. Neil owns a Marshall roller, which unfortunately is not yet in a position to appear at rallies again. It's been out of service for a little while, having had some major reconstruction work going out on it. But John has actually coerced Neil to come along and look after it today. It's an ex-West Riding County Council roller, and it was probably, I think it was one of the last ones that was actually owned by West Riding County Council, having been built in 1937. Fowler Showman's engine coming on behind that is another of Simon Gill's machines. It's actually a converted steamroller built originally in 1927 and belonging at one time to Harold Bonnet in Surrey. Harold was the founder of the Steam Plough Club and was very well known around the country as far as his steam plough activities were concerned. A small machine following on from that is another Fowler. This one belonging to Robert Tyler from Nottinghamshire. It's a 1919 Fowler Tiger tractor. Weighs just 5 tons. Robert bought it from auction sale in Lincolnshire in 1996. At that time it was 1,000,001 bits on pallets. But nevertheless, over a long period, Rob and his team have reassembled it and put it into the nice, lovely looking form in which it appears today. We've now got a Clayton and Shuttleworth which belongs to Mark and Judy Rigaud, called Walter. This was new in 1911 and it went to the Smithfield Show in London and then to A. Burton in Huntingdonshire. It came into Lincolnshire, 2 or 3 owners in Lincolnshire, and eventually was bought by the Ingalls at Rand, and in 2017 it was purchased by the Rigolds. Showman's engine following on from that is actually Carl Ingle driving the leader. A 4CD, Garrett 4CD tractor, new in 1920, was supplied to Cornwall. Passed on to Dingles in Cornwall and then to firm in Amesbury in Wiltshire. In 1957 it was rebuilt into a Showman's tractor format. It's now called the Leader and looks very, very nice. A gentleman by the name of Barlow who lived in Nottinghamshire at Retford had it, and it then passed into Baxter's ownership at Peterborough and Phil Ives later in Buckinghamshire. The Ingalls bought it from Mr. Wolf, Staffordshire, and it came to them in round about 2008-2009 time. The black machine on the far side of the arena now is Victoria. It's a Wallace and Stevens, another Wallace and Stevens that remember the roller that seemed to want to go backwards quite frequently. This one was actually manufactured a long time ago in 1900 and belongs to the brothers Frank and Alan Jackson. At one time it was in Gloucestershire, hence its registration, which is AD 8906. The large roller following on from that is Malcolm Woodbine's Ethelwald. I think I've mentioned this one before, in which case I've probably got things wrong, but never mind. One I haven't mentioned previously is the Fowler roller belonging to Russ Inman, which is an ex-Scottish roller. It's called Pentland Queen, built in 1927, the DNB time, and it was originally with the Scottish Council of Midlothian. It worked in the Laswick district, Midlothian County. Behind that is a reappearance on this particular occasion. post-war. It belonged to John Black at one time, and then to Michael Ward and Kitchens at Saxelby, from whom Rawson's brought it. Or did it go to them after Kitchens? But nevertheless, Laurie Fletcher has had this for quite a long time now, and it's in pristine condition, looking rather nice. The one behind it, another Fowler, which belongs to Andrew Biglands from Sheffield. This one has come a long, long way from Australia. It was repatriated many years ago now, and it worked in the state of Victoria at a place called Kyneton, for Robert Argyle. The plate on the tender indicates this, and that's a replica of the original which Andrew sourced while he was on a visit there to where it worked a few years ago. This one was manufactured in 1908, so that again is 110 years old. I mentioned that John Blagg was a previous owner of Laurie Fletcher's Eveling and Porter roller. Well, John Blagg is bringing up the rear of the arena parade today at the moment on his McLaren road locomotive. Captain Scott was built in 1913 at the works in Leeds, McLaren's works in Leeds on Jack Lane, and it was owned locally by Whitelocks of Conisbrough, just down the road from here. It's been in John's ownership for well over 60 years, he having obtained the engine in 1955. John himself is now over 90 years of age. He's been driven today by one of his stalwart crew. It went down to Dorset earlier this year, to the Great Dorset Steam Fair at the end of August, last year, sorry, and it was one of the 500 plus engines that were actually on show at Dorset at that time. He lives in Murfield, and it's been driven today by Rod Lynn. That arrived here last evening, being towed in by a tractor, because that's the way that Richard usually transports it. Unfortunately, this morning it was discovered that one of the eccentric links had actually fractured. You've got to bear in mind that, of course, these machines are more than 100 years old. Alice was built in 1901, and therefore it's getting on for 120 years old. And not everything lasts forever, of course. So in this instance, unfortunately, a broken eccentric link has meant that you can't proceed around. I see one or two people are coming into the arena now, that's not a problem. Please feel free to have a wander around, as I say, because and also chat to the engine room about their charges. Way to clear the arena for the next event.
Opportunity to ride some of these steam engines. It's quite a unique opportunity. It doesn't happen at many shows at all, but about between 4 and half past there will be an opportunity to ride around the arena on some of these engines. I will put it out, but immediately after the classic cars have been in the arena, there will be an opportunity to climb aboard some of these engines and have a ride around the arena.
Most of the engines now leave the arena. We're going to return to flying engines in the arena. The clear families, Burn and also E-frame, they're going to demonstrate haulage using new wheels. We can't do that of course until the engines have actually left the arena. We're on the way now to going out. Slowly and slowly. We're going out slowly. We're taking a little less time to go out because we can. Robert Tyler's full power T3 tractor is heading in the direction of the fuel exit very quickly. At least it was until we got blocked by some large engines. Somewhat slow.